Hello, family and friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Shauna, and thanks for being here today on this last Thursday in June 26th. I hope you're having a thrilling Thursday so far. And if not, my friends, I sure hope it gets better. All right, let's say a quick prayer and we'll talk about what we learned yesterday. Lord, thank you for every single soul who can hear my voice. Please give us all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to gain some insight and inspiration from your text that we can use in our lives today. In Jesus' precious name, amen. All right, my friends. Well, yesterday we covered Hosea 1 through 8. So here's my review from those couple of chapters. Hosea was a prophet who lived in the North Kingdom, and he was sent by God to speak on God's behalf to the nation of Israel during Jeroboam II's reign. His writings cover 25 years of history. So even though we finished the chapter today, it's like it's condensed because it's over a long period of time. And it's kind of hard to perceive that when you're reading these chapters in this blitz that we're doing. All right. And so the chapter opened up with God telling Hosea to go take a wife of whoredom, because everybody is a whore, meaning they're all worshiping idols, turn their backs on God. So nobody's doing right at this particular time. So God, this whole chapter, 1 through 3 anyway, is like this analogy of a bride, an unfaithful bride to her groom, thus her being a whore, and the nation of Israel with God. You know, the nation of Israel is being a whore towards God because the back is turned on God right now, and they're worshiping idols, lots of social injustice, unrest, and idolatry, of course, and hypocrisy. So Hosea marries a woman named Gomer. And I thought it was hilarious because God said, now name your first child Jezreel. And that's after a battlefield, because that's where the defeat of Israel is going to take place. So God tells Hosea to name his first child Jezreel. His second child, name that child No Mercy. I was like, what? You want him to name his child No Mercy? Like, I know there's some weird names in society today, but No Mercy? That's cold. Because the children of Israel will not be forgiven of their national adultery. So like the nationwide, everybody's just running amok. And then he said, name your third child Not My People. And he does. This is what he names his children, his 3 children. Jezreel, No Mercy, and Not My People. His 3 children. After all, they're children of a whore. I thought this, reading this is kind of poetic, kind of funny, and, but serious at the same time, because the nation of Israel is going to be obliterated by the Assyrians. So Not My People. God said, you are no longer my wife, and I am no longer your husband. So that third child is like the divorce proclamation. Not my people. So it's an analogy, but it also says, that is what he named his first 3 children. I don't know. I thought it was interesting, though. All right. So Israel will have defeat and exile. Consequences, then God's covenant love for Israel will eventually be restored with a remnant left. Remember, we learned that yesterday. This chapter, these chapters was about all the accusations against Israel and their warnings. They have broken the God's 10 commandments. They're hypocrites. They're offering sacrifices, but God is not honoring any of them, because as soon as they do that, then they go back to worshiping their idols. They have worshiping of Baals and Ashtoreths all throughout the land, seeking everything except God for safety. So even when they got an invasion, instead of coming to God, the nation of Israel turned and went to their enemies and hired them, their military. So, yep. So that's my broad takeaway from chapters 1 through 8. I really enjoyed learning about Hosea, and I can't admit that I ever even read the book of Hosea, or I just don't remember it, or I didn't really understand it. I understand it a little bit now, but I am glad that I read it, and I hope you're enjoying it too. I did prepare a video for you, of course. Today we're going to be reading chapters 9 through 14 according to our chronological Bible read. So I prepared another video. I hope you're enjoying the videos. They're so fun to make for me, and like I said, I think you might rather read that and look at a beautiful video than stare at me watching me read the chapters. So yeah, I hope it's an improvement with the channel. Yep. All right, so some quick church announcements before I go. Hey, my friends and family back home, Youngstown, Ohio. It's funny how just a few months ago, maybe even weeks, I was like, oh, it's so cold still. When is spring gonna spring? Or spring sprung, and now it's so hot and unbearable there. Seasons change. All right, well, my cousin Anitra, hey Anitra, in Ohio, I was gonna say, I put a 26 by her name. I'm like, that girl ain't no 26. She my age. A little younger than me, but not 26 young. Today is the 26th. So happy birthday, Anitra. I hope you and Benny are well and all your family. Miss you guys. And Miss Betty, my brother's mom, Miss Betty in Los Angeles. She turned 72 today. Oh, happy birthday, Miss Betty. I hope to meet you one day. That's my brother's mom. No, we got the same dad, but different moms. Well, Sir Rob, I know you're spoiling her really good today, but be on your best behavior. It's mom's birthday, not yours. Mom gets to show out this time, not you. All right, friends, well, let me stop delaying so you can get to the video. Again, we're going to read 9 through 14. It is in video form. I hope you like it, and come back tomorrow. All right, be blessed. Bye. Hosea chapter 9. The Lord will punish Israel. Rejoice not, O Israel. Exalt not like the peoples, for you have played the whore, forsaking your God. You have loved a prostitute's wages on all threshing floors. Threshing floor and wine vat shall not feed them, and the new wine shall fail them. They shall not remain in the land of the Lord, but Ephraim shall return to Egypt, and they shall eat unclean food in Assyria. They shall not pour drink offerings of wine to the Lord, and their sacrifices shall not please him. It shall be like mourners' bread to them. All who eat of it shall be defiled, for their bread shall be for their hunger only. It shall not come to the house of the Lord. What will you do on the day of the appointed festival, and on the day of the feast of the Lord? For behold, they are going away from destruction, but Egypt shall gather them. Memphis shall bury them. Nettles shall possess their precious things of silver. Thorns shall be in their tents. The days of punishment have come. The days of recompense have come. Israel shall know it. The prophet is a fool. The man of the spirit is mad, because of your great iniquity and great hatred. The prophet is the watchman of Ephraim with my God, yet a fowler snare is on all his ways, and hatred in the house of his God. They have deeply corrupted themselves, as in the days of Gibeah. He will remember their iniquities. He will punish their sins. Like grapes in the wilderness, I found Israel. Like the first fruit on the fig tree, in its first season, I saw your fathers. But they came to Baal Peor and consecrated themselves to the thing of shame, and became detestable like the thing they loved. Ephraim's glory shall fly away like a bird. No birth, no pregnancy, no conception. Even if they bring up children, I will bereave them till none is left. Woe to them, when I depart from them. Ephraim, as I have seen, was like a young palm planted in a meadow, but Ephraim must lead his children out to slaughter. Give them, O Lord, what will you give? Give them a miscarrying womb and dry breast. Every evil of theirs is in Gilgal. There I began to hate them. Because of the wickedness of their deeds, I will drive them out of my house. I will love them no more. All their princes are rebels. Ephraim is stricken, their root is dried up. They shall bear no fruit, even though they give birth. I will put their beloved children to death. My God will reject them, because they have not listened to him. They shall be wanderers among the nations. Chapter 10. Israel is a luxuriant vine that yields its fruit. The more his fruit increased, the more altars he built. As his country improved, he improved his pillars. Their heart is false. Now they must bear their guilt. The Lord will break down their altars and destroy their pillars. For now they will say, we have no king, for we do not fear the Lord. And a king, what could he do for us? They utter mere words. With empty oaths they make covenants. So judgment springs up like poisonous weeds in the furrows of the field. The inhabitants of Samaria tremble for the calf of Beth-aven. Its people mourn for it, and so do its idolatrous priests, those who rejoice over it and over its glory, for it has departed from them. The thing itself shall be carried to Assyria as tribute to the great king. Ephraim shall be put to shame, and Israel shall be ashamed of his idols. Samaria's king shall perish like a twig on the face of the waters. The high places of Avon, the sin of Israel, shall be destroyed. Thorn and thistle shall grow up on all their altars, and they shall say to the mountains, cover us, and to the hills, fall on us. From the days of Gibeah you have sinned, O Israel. There they have continued. Shall not the war against the unjust overtake them in Gibeah? When I please, I will discipline them. The nations shall be gathered against them when they are bound up for their double iniquity. Ephraim was a trained calf that loved to thresh, and I spared her fair neck. But I will put Ephraim to the yoke. Judah must plow. Jacob must harrow for himself. Sow for yourselves righteousness. Reap steadfast love. Break up your fallow ground, for it is the time to seek the Lord, that he may come and rain righteousness upon you. You have plowed iniquity. You have reaped injustice. You have eaten the fruit of lies, because you have trusted in your own way and in the multitude of your warriors. Therefore the tumult of war shall arise among your people, and all your fortresses shall be destroyed. As Shalman destroyed Beth Arbel on the day of battle, mothers were dashed in pieces with their children. Thus it shall be done to you, O Bethel, because of your great evil. At dawn the king of Israel shall be utterly cut off. Chapter 11. The Lord's love for Israel. When Israel was a child, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son. The more they were called, the more they went away. They kept sacrificing to the Baals and burning offerings to idols. Yet it was I who taught Ephraim to walk. I took them up by their arms, but they did not know that I healed them. I led them with cords of kindness, with the bands of love, and I became to them as one who eases the yoke on their jaws, and I bent down to them and fed them. They shall not return to the land of Egypt, But Assyria shall be their king, because they have refused to return to me. The sword shall rage against their cities, consume the bars of their gates, and devour them because of their own counsels. My people are bent on turning away from me, and though they call out to the Most High, he shall not raise them up at all. How can I give you up, O Ephraim? How can I hand you over, O Israel? How can I make you like Admah? How can I treat you like the Zeelbaim? My heart coils within me. My compassion grows warm and tender. I will not execute my burning anger. I will not again destroy Ephraim, for I am God and not a man, the Holy One in your midst, and I will not come in wrath. They shall go after the Lord. He will roar like a lion. When he roars, his children shall come trembling from the west. They shall come trembling like birds from Egypt, and like doves from the land of Assyria. And I will return them to their homes, declares the Lord. Ephraim has surrounded me with lies, and the house of Israel with deceit. But Judah still walks with God, and is faithful to the Holy One. Chapter 12. Ephraim feeds on the wind and pursues the east wind all day long. They multiply falsehoods and violence. They make a covenant with Assyria, and oil is carried to Egypt. The Lord has an indictment against Judah and will punish Jacob according to his ways. He will repay him according to his deeds. In the womb he took his brother by the heel, and in his manhood he strove with God. He strove with the angel and prevailed. He wept and sought his favor. He met God at Bethel, and there God spoke with us. The Lord, the God of hosts, the Lord is his memorial name. So you, by the help of your God, return, hold fast to love and justice, and wait continually for your God. A merchant in whose hands are false balances, he loves to oppress. Ephraim has said, "Ah, but I am rich. I have found wealth for myself. In all my labors they cannot find in me iniquity or sin. I am the Lord your God, from the land of Egypt. I will again make you dwell in tents, as in the days of the appointed feast. I spoke to the prophets. It was I who multiplied visions, and through the prophets grave parables. If there is iniquity in Gilead, they shall surely come to nothing. In Gilgal they sacrifice bulls. Their altars also are like stone heaps on the furrow of the field. Jacob fled to the land of Aram. There Israel served for a wife, and for a wife he guarded sheep. By a prophet the Lord brought Israel up from Egypt, and by a prophet he was guarded. Ephraim has given bitter provocation, so his Lord will leave his blood guilt on him, and will repay him for his disgraceful deeds. Chapter 13. The Lord's relentless judgment on Israel. When Ephraim spoke, there was trembling. He was exalted in Israel, but he incurred guilt through Baal and died. And now they sin more and more, and make for themselves metal images, idols skillfully made of their silver, all of them the work of craftsmen. It is said of them, those who offer human sacrifices kiss calves. Therefore they shall be like the morning mist, or like the dew that goes early away, like the chaff that swirls from the threshing floor, or like smoke from a window. But I am the Lord your God, from the land of Egypt. You know no God but me, and besides me there is no Savior. It was I who knew you in the wilderness, in the land of drought. But when they had grazed, they became full. They were filled, and their heart was lifted up. Therefore they forgot me. So I am to them like a lion. Like a leopard I will lurk beside the way. I will fall upon them like a bear robbed of her cubs. I will tear open their breasts, and there I will devour them like a lion, as a wild beast would rip them open. He destroys you, O Israel, for you are against me, against your helper. Where now is your king to save you in all your cities? Where are all your rulers, those of whom you said, give me a king and princes? I gave you a king in my anger, and I took him away in my wrath. The iniquity of Ephraim is bound up. His sin is kept in store. The pangs of childbirth come for him, but he is an unwise son. For at the right time he does not present himself at the opening of the womb. I shall ransom them from the power of Sheol. I shall redeem them from death. O death, where are your plagues? O Sheol, where is your sting? Compassion is hidden from my eyes. Though he may flourish among his brothers, the east wind, the wind of the Lord shall come, raising from the wilderness, and his fountain shall dry up. His spring shall be parched. It shall strip his treasury of every precious thing. Samaria shall bear her guilt, because she has rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword. Their little ones shall be dashed in pieces, and their pregnant women ripped open. Chapter 14. A plea to return to the Lord. Return, O Israel, to the Lord your God, for you have stumbled because of your iniquity. Take with you words and return to the Lord. Say to him, take away all iniquity, accept what is good, and we will pay with bulls the vows of our lips. Assyria shall not save us. We will not ride on horses, and we will say no more, our God, to the work of our hands. In you the orphan finds mercy. I will heal their apostasy. I will love them freely, for my anger has turned from them. I will be like the dew to Israel. He shall blossom like the lily. He shall take root like the trees of Lebanon. His shoots shall spread out. His beauty shall be like the olive, and his fragrance like Lebanon. They shall return and dwell beneath my shadow. They shall flourish like the grain. They shall blossom like the vine. Their fame shall be like the wine of Lebanon. O Ephraim, what have I to do with idols? It is I who answer and look after you. I am like an evergreen cypress. From me comes your fruit. Whoever is wise, let him understand these things. Whoever is discerning, let him know them. For the ways of the Lord are right, and the upright walk in them, but transgressors stumble in them.